Welcome back to our community. Susie Thomas visiting with Heather Morris and Major Tom Grace from the Salvation Army. Again, we think of you at Christmas time, but for some reason the sun comes out, it gets to be summer, and we tend to not think about the Salvation Army needing any kind of help. What are your needs, particularly this time of year?
Keeping the pantry going is significant, whether it be in-kind donations, canned goods, whatever. It's also they don't like it when I say this.
That's okay. Go ahead. Just between us. Go ahead.
Cash donations give us flexibility.
Absolutely.
They give us flexibility. If they're not earmarked for a certain program, the guy who sits behind the desk and does the budget can then say, okay, we can channel some money this way. I do want to say we are very blessed by this community. Mm-hmm. We are very blessed. And we have a tremendous support system. We have a support base. We have started some new significant programs. Opening the community center was a significant move on our part, and I think that was the entire team. The entire team who supported that, but 35% of our operating budget goes to youth programming. We made that commitment, and we're going to honor that commitment.
Yeah.
We're going to honor that commitment. Thank goodness we're a little over 35% right now, but still, and those opportunities, when we get into Christmas time, we can always use volunteer kettle standers.
And nothing is more fun.
No, and frankly...
It's just so much fun.
Families like to see families supporting the work of the Army.
Right. Oh, I have to tell you, with the person I rang bells with this last Christmas, she brought her 2-year-old son. Oh, no one could say no to us.
That's right.
I know. No one could say no to us. We did great. And I just thought it was almost not even fair.
I think one of the things, Susie, is that... okay, I'll go back to the question you asked me. What is different about the Salvation Army 10 years later?
Yeah.
I think we have a highly skilled team who are very creative in looking for opportunities to serve better and to serve differently. And because of that, new programs are started. We have a partnership with Beacon Academy and after-school programming. We're very involved in significant events in the community like Summerbration.
Yes.
I'm going to forget some.
The marathon?
The marathon.
That's
this
right.
is our first year of involvement in that. And at Christmas time, we're involved in the Christmas Eve feeding program. And the list goes on and on. And so why do we do that? Well, the Salvation Army should not just be serving those in need. The Salvation Army should be available to those who support us so that they can serve differently as well.
I love that. Giving others an opportunity to give. That's a wonderful way. Yeah, you're kind of like a facilitator in that way. A facilitator of giving and meeting needs.
Well, the truth is, and my staff gets upset every time I say this, but the Salvation Army is nothing but a purveyor of the kindness of the community that we reside in. We don't. I wish we had a money machine that printed legal money downstairs, but it doesn't happen.
No.
And so whatever we do comes from the kindness of the community. We get to be the purveyor of that.
And we do live in a very generous community, don't we?
Absolutely.
It is pretty awesome. Do you have ways to give online?
Oh, boy.
It's tricky with the Salvation Army. I'm just going to say this because it's a national organization, and I want to make sure that my dollars are going locally. So is there a way to go online and give online? If not, is it better for me just to write a check and mail it to my local Salvation Army?
Well, the easiest for us is to mail a check.
Okay.
But let me say this about online giving. It is international, and there is a small percentage of cost taken off of the gift for administrative fee. But whatever zip code the gift is made, that the money goes back to that zip code.
Oh, okay.
And the donor has the option to say, I want it to go to this this zip code. So 100% of your gift comes to us if you write a check. You lose some shekels, a little bit, if you
do
make
it
an
the
online
easy way.
gift. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Good to know. Okay. you are always thinking ahead, and right now you're thinking ahead to backpacks, getting
to
ready
school.
for back to school, even though the
Yes.
kids are saying, no, we're just getting ready for school to
I
be
know.
out.
We have to think about it, though, unfortunately.
So
We
tell
have
me
to
what's
force
going on
ourselves.
with it.
So on July 24th, so we do this every year, So on July 24th, we distribute in a fair setting. So we invite other agencies to come, and we give backpacks full of supplies for this last year was over 550 kids.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and this is something that our team is devoted to do. It's the best. It's just the greatest thing that we do.
Who is qualified to receive one? Because I think every single person listening is going, yeah, back to school
Right.
supplies are darn expensive. So how do you qualify to receive one of these?
Well, there's an intake process, and I don't have a social worker here with me.
That's
today,
okay, but there is an
but
intake
there
process.
is a percentage of income that is used to determine who would qualify.
And what a wonderful relief for those families that do. Now, for the rest of us, you're walking through Mark's or Dollar Store or Walmart or Target, and you're just doing your regular old errands. How easy would it be just to
I know.
pick up one or two extra things? So what do you need to put into these backpacks?
So what we do is at the end of the school year, we start like creeping around to find the lists for every school
Right,
in our
good.
zip code area that we help. So we get those lists, and when someone comes and says my child is this age and they go to this school, we pool that particular class list.
That's awesome.
And that's what we fill their bags with.
I know there
So-
was a popular kind of notebook.
Yes,
That
yeah.
like trappers or something.
Trapper keepers. or
And
something.
then some schools were saying, no, those are
Right.
illegal.
Right.
So if you're wanting to buy the right thing, can we come to you and find out what's the right thing to buy?
Yes, and we will put a list up for you on our Facebook page. It's the Salvation Army of Canton, Ohio. So we will put a list up so that you can look at what we're in need of.
Are there
So-
some school systems that you serve in particular, or is everybody qualified? Everybody.
Everybody in our service area,
Awesome.
Right.
which extends to North Canton, to Louisville.
And this early, teachers are going to know what their list is for the fall.
In the next couple weeks, yes, they'll start putting it out. We talk to the superintendents, and they work well with us. So
Is there, in the meantime, things that you, since you're here now, and I've got you here now, are there things that you see on that list pretty much every year? Crayons, pencils?
Yes.
What would be a good thing to pick up?
So I think like spiral notebooks, those even single spiral notebooks.
How wide of spacing?
Well, we take it all college ruled.
Okay.
and, because high schoolers are using college
Yes.
ruled.
Sure.
Somebody wants to make a donation of a calculator. I can't remember the code name for the Texas
Right.
Instrument. Actually,
Right.
the truth is that they probably don't want me talking about back to school. They don't want me involved in it.
Do they still use those protractor things?
They do.
Protractors,
They
compasses.
do. Oh yeah.
Can't even
list
remember.
is
Can't
index
believe I even
cards.
remember the name.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
Index
lists are
cards.
long. They need a lot.
Yes.
But the other thing is like the dry erase markers, things that are more expensive for us to, because we actually have shoppers at the end when everything comes in. We have shoppers that go out and they actually purchase these items that we don't have so that every child has specifically what they need to start their school day. So,
Yeah. What about clothing, as far as back to school clothes, too?
From time to time, we've had it donated and we distribute it. Boy, would I love to have a program where every child got their first day of school outfit
Yes.
and shoes.
Yes.
I'd love to have that.
There's something about
Yeah.
starting fresh.
right.
And reinventing yourself. No matter what happened last year, this is this year. And
And
I'm going to do
one
great
of the
this
things,
year.
Susie, that we're looking for every year is corporate sponsorship for the program.
Okay.
And if there is a corporation out there that would like to jump in and say, hey, we'd love to provide that first day of school outfit for children,
Call this number.
Call this number.
330-453-0159. That's
Absolutely.
330-453-0159. I love that idea. First day of school, fresh, new shoes. Yes.
And I've had
it makes
people
all the
ask me,
difference.
when I go out and speak, why are you doing this? Why are you involved in education? Why are you doing these kinds of things? The pathway out of poverty begins with education.
Yeah.
It begins with education. And the sooner we can assist, we are not the be-all to end-all, but we can support those who make it happen. The sooner we get that process started, the better opportunity is for that cyclical poverty to end, or the generational poverty to end. That's why we do it.
Yeah.
That's why we do it.
Yeah. You also feed people spiritually in just a beautiful way. What kinds of differences have you seen in people's lives? You must have so many stories of lives changed and transformed and turned around.
I think that I believe that part of our responsibility is to offer spiritual food. And if that spiritual food is taken in and folks return to their original foundational spiritual life in another denomination or another community of believers, that's wonderful. So I can't tell you all of them. I can't,
right.
because the fact of the matter is that I believe that evangelism is relational. That's what it is. People have to see you there. People have to see you being consistent. People have to sense a love from you that they're not seeing in other places, which can be challenging. It can be challenging when angry people come in your door.
Yeah.
But the Scripture gives us no leeway in this. Jesus said the most important commandment is to love one another.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no out there.
There really isn't an out.
There isn't an out. I mean, if they have red hair, I don't get to say I don't love red hair, so I'm not going to love them.
But what a great way for us to show our gratitude for him, to him, for all that he's done by helping one another. And you can do it. Let me give you the number again, 330-453-0159. Looking for all kinds of help. However you want to help, they can use it. And also, those cash donations give you the flexibility to do these programs without us putting a string attached to any of it. So, Heather Morris and Major Tom Grace, as always, thank you so much for what you do in our community.
Thank you, Susie.
Thank you, Susie.